Guys, Dip the Awesome here to give you yet another Mephisto guide. Mephisto is, again, if you didn't watch the last video, he is the recent quest monster to be added into the game, and he is a Mega Taunt tank. We just got another passive Mega Taunter who gets, Mega Taunt at the beginning of the game. So that means you can run it with Dunrail, and it's amazing. We played the DOT build in the last video, which is amazing. Today, we are looking at a stamina draining build for this man, which is running the Hades Fetch, Hellhound Howl, and Sit and Intimidate like we did last time. And we do need a win condition, so that's another skill that we need to run again for the same time. For my win condition, I chose Hellfire Bite. You have two alternatives in my personal opinion, either this or Chiron's Pet, which you run for the mirror matchup and or when you're not running Curse. I will say, if you're not running Curse, you do kind of want Chiron's Pet, especially in mirror matchup wars. It's just a good idea too. He himself isn't immune to Curse. It instantly beats other Mephistos. Just anything in the game, really. As far as I'm concerned, Curse is dumb. Curse gets you free coins. Like, I kid you not. Being both the what's it called? Both having done and received both ends of Curse. Curse is Curse is strong. Curse wins games. It's crazy. But I went with Hellfire Bite because it lowers the cooldown of really all my other stuff, especially Sit and Intimidate, which is a really nice stamina draining tool. It is really, really nice. I always think that this monster, in terms of the ability of draining stamina, he also has 100% stamina. We're not really running that just because it's a cooldown more than Hellhound Howl. And this does damage too, so it also increases our damage output. It just makes the game faster. We don't want the game to last 10 years. It's just good. I will say Through the Circles is probably better to deal with those nasty, bothersome stamina recovery relics. But Hellhound Howl does have very nice uses, and it really goes well with, the stamina leaks and the nightmares that you are applying. And this isn't including, like, other things, too. You can still apply, like, Drowned from Gorgs or Amigbos. Or Thalassa, too. I think Thalassa does Drowned as well. So you could also run that aspect of it. But yeah, the only real difference things today, besides Sit and Intimidate and the Hellfire Bite, is the AoE Stamina Leak and the single target drain. Again, you can either run this or Through the Circles. It totally depends on the player you are. Like, if you prefer, like, nice passive damage and, like, a one-turn cooldown less, it comes up faster again, and it's just good. Hellhound Howl is your go-to if you just want 100% stamina drain at the cost of, efficiency, how often you get to use the thing. Go through the circles. I think in terms of just running him as a standalone Mega Taunt tank, you won't ever get to really use Through the Circles or any of his 3-turn cooldown moves, just because a lot of the Mega Taunters do get the brunt force of all the AoEs, and that includes, cooldown's activation from Sunblast. And Sunblast, for whatever reason, in Megaton Wars is a popular defense pick. Speaking of Sunblast, today, special guest star. We're not running Gorg today. We are running a Sexy Sexy Blast, and of course our returning guest. So Gooey, Sexy Sunblast, and today. That's the team today. So let's get right into it, right? Let's get right into it. Let's do it. Alright. I'm running the recharge staff today and an Obliviation Trap. I will say Obliviation Trap also really, really helps counteract the recovery relics. And since we are running two of them, it is relatively nice. He's not running the recharge banner either. And he's running the Energizer Staff. I will say Energizer Staff actually doesn't do much of anything for him. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna just start the game off by... We're gonna do cooldowns activate. And then I'm just gonna wait. My boy, we're just gonna wait. Actually, instead of waiting, we're gonna start the game off with the stamina drain. Now, I will say, in the sake of just draining the enemy's stamina, you do want to toss the drain first, and then follow that up with the extra turn to get the cooldown of Sin and Intimidate done again, so you can use it again. It just helps with your overall ability to do things. Look at that. Look at that stamina drain. This man can't keep his stuff. So we're going to start... Alright, we're going to use our AoE here. And then follow that up with our stamina leak. He can't do anything. Lovely. We'll do our AoE nightmares. Into our cooldowns activate again. So he can't do anything. Magnet bomb. Does he have guard down yet? That resets, so we're gonna reapply that. I think, you know what? I think you can... Yeah, you can, like, if you already have guard down on an enemy, you can reapply. You can just straight up reapply it. It's amazing. So we're gonna do Sit and Intimidate again. They're out of stamina. Curse of the Pharaoh. I will say, if you get a chance, slap that curse on, and then that'd probably be better for you. Yeah, we got them. Oh, he landed that. Alright, that's fine. It's 100% fine. Possession. Valerie. And into... Cold guard down. Yeah, there we go. So looking at this, if I was running Drowned, this would be really great. At most, once you've set up the Nightmares and Stamina Leak, once you've done those two skills, I think it's about, like, in terms of just the draining stuff, I think that was 25. Just between the Nightmares and Stamina Leak alone, yeah, that's 25. If you do, like, Curse, that revs up over time. Let's say you were able to do the Nightmares and have Curse on them at the same time. That is 35, and then that just revs up. If you have Drown, I think Drowned was Drowned 15. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if is it 10 or 15 in the comment section below, or just yeah, I think it's we can actually check that now. I think we can do that. Yeah, we'll do that right now. You don't have to tell me. We'll check it now. I was pretty sure it was 15, right? 15%. Yeah, 15%. So that's also really nice. So this probably works better with Gorg in terms of the stamina draining build, or just like anything that drowns as well. Yeah, the next fight we'll do boom 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 boom. We'll do this one. Why not? Hey, Storm. Hey. How's it going, honey? Meow? Hi. Hey, Storm. Hey. How's it going? Alright, I can just straight up start the game off with... Oh, well, let's go for the possession. And we missed the possession, which isn't the best thing in the world. Here, we'll go for the guard down. Into... Well, they're immune to all DOTs, so it's no point to do a DOT right now. We'll do our AoE stamina drain. We'll do stop time, or, cooldowns activate. We'll do the guard down into Hades fetch. I should have tossed my DOT out there. I didn't. It doesn't matter, I guess. And I got him possessed. Possession also kind of helps in a way because the enemy is wasting their stamina, or having to waste stamina. I have to recharge. Did my procs already go off? Oh yeah, they already did. Oh, dude, my stamina went down quickly. I don't have any stamina. My Dunra still keeping everything nice and alive. If you guys noticed too, I actually ranked up my GUI to... I ranked them up to like... I ranked them up to 2. I had like fire cells in my Elementium bin, and I'm like, hey, let's get this man to 2. That combined with like the dungeon stuff, I had enough to rank him to 2, and I'm like, hey, why not? I still think the DOT build is better. It's just how I feel about it. Let's do cooldowns activate. I know it's a weird play, but it's just a good I think it's just a good idea. Alright, we do need this thing particularly dead. I probably shouldn't have done the extra turn skill. Oh, I actually don't have my Mega Taunt up on that anymore. That's huge. Hades fetch. Oh, that did 0 damage. Why did that do 0? That did exactly 0. This team isn't good against Mega Taunt. It's the opposite of good against Mega Taunt. I think as long as I can keep his cooldowns active, I'm fine. I'll do Gates of Gaia again. Oh, I had Nanovirus on. It's not good at all. My Relic procced again for one final time. I still have to wait for this Thunder on the move. Now I can do stuff. Now I may go all out. And by the time I do that, he's out of stamina. Whoops. A win condition. No, I missed. Alright. Oh, did I have Total Blind on? I have Total... Okay, no. Fire weakness. Alright. Not that I have any really fire damaging skills. We can do... Oh, I did the Megaton again. No. Nah, dang it. No. Yeah, we did. So we're dead times infinity and beyond. Alright. So that was a big ol' L. Alasamundo. Alrighty. I think we can do like one. Nope. That's the last attack we have. So that's it for this video. Overall, and I did say I was gonna give my final thoughts in this video too. So I'll be doing that now. Overall, the stamina build clearly isn't as strong as the DOT build. The DOT build just wins games faster. Or like, it really does get rid of specific things. Like, I realized in the last video, I completely decimated an O'Reilly with really just the Hellfire Bark. This is a really low damaging skill at base wise, but in terms of the DOT status alone, was able to completely wipe an O'Reilly in 2 turns. That's crazy. That's nuts. And that was coming from a level 100 Mephisto, and I think the O'Reilly was... It wasn't 100. There was no way it was 100. I think it was like 3 or 2 at the very least. At least 2. It decimated that O'Reilly completely. I was surprised by that. That thing was gone. Like, it surprised me. So that's pretty good. I do like... I think this is the official build that I want to... That I would say is the best thing you could possibly run. Coming from me, I think you should run... This is the build I think you should run. Hellfire Bite, Hellfire Bark, Chiron's Pet, and Sit Down and Intimidate. It just gives all the best things really about his kit. while also just being able to compete with the modern meta, with area dodge monsters especially. These two skills are really nice against area dodge monsters. Double DOT and a revving up DOT with blind included. Like, both of these effects are double stacking. You can have 4 effects in a single monster. One of them has a chance, like, they can completely miss you, which is really nice. In terms of the aspect of like the blind's obviously dead against done round matchups, and not done round matchups, right? Elvira matchups, I mean, or anything really immune to blind. But overall, it's a really nice skill. If it's not immune to blind, that's really nice. It is a really nice thing. You'll probably ever use this once in a millennia, in all honesty. If you're running Dunra, you probably won't. You only ever really use this skill in mirror matchups, probably. But this is still a nice skill. Curse is always really, really strong. It's always a really strong thing. It's just good against, it's good against area dodge monsters. So running these two skills, really nice. I feel like he's really good at clearing area dodge monsters. Or he makes up for the fact you can't deny them. I find Hellfire Bite and Sit Down and Intimidate to be one of the best combo moves in the game. Like, this combo is strong. I didn't even, like, it's like, why is this so strong? If you were to toss this out and then do, Hellfire Bite, you do lose a turn of DOT. So I guess for the most part, you do start the game off with Hellfire Bite. But this combo is strong. I didn't think this would be all that strong, just being the nature of Hellfire Bite's cooldown. But if you run Hellfire Bark, you get the guy you missed, you probably missed something. Odds are you'll miss a monster or, miss one of the DOTs. You can always reapply that. You can always apply that other DOT while also prolonging the other DOT. Let's say you missed the burn, but you landed the ignition. Well, I will say that's the best probable outcome in terms of landing your DOTs. Because ignition lasts less than burning. You can get another chance to apply that burning again. And you still have the ignition. Or, I guess the ignition, the time doesn't actually change. But, let's say you do go into that play. Well, if you do Hellfire Bite into Hellfire Bark, and then they'll have a turn, and then it's only a turn cooldown. By the time that ignition wears off, you can reapply it again. So that's really nice. I was kind of disappointed, in all honesty. I was kind of disappointed with the Stamina Drain build, though I still think that is another option to run. You just need to run more stamina-heavy drainers. Like, if you were to just run a team full of Stamina Drain, I'm convinced that it would work really, really well. Like, if you run the... What's his name? If you run... There's a metal monster. I don't want to say his name wrong. It's Wang Zhao. Wang Zhao, yeah. If you run this thing, I see the build running a lot better because it also drains 50% stamina at the beginning of the game, and I do believe he has trap relics. So, so it is really, really, really strong in my personal opinion, especially if you run that monster. But overall, in all other aspects, it is weaker than the DOT build. DOT build is just better. Hands down. It just clears things fast. And that's nice. Thank you very much for watching these two videos. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys thought overall. And all that stuff. I'm Dib the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.